Hello there survivors and welcome back to another video in ARK Survival Ascended. Today we're taking a look at some of the community starter bases that people build on my Ragnarok server of my community cluster. If you didn't know, I host a free to join community cluster. All the information to join you can find on my Discord, and the community members are usually challenged to some build challenges every once in a while. This time, of course, for Ragnarok, we did another starter base challenge. They had 2 weeks to build a starter base, and the challenge was also to try and go not too big, you know, try to keep it somewhat starter related. Whether they all succeed in that, I'll leave up to you, but there's definitely some amazingly cool builds that we're gonna go and check out today. If you want to know which mods we run on the server, you can of course check that out as well on my Discord, but any custom cosmetics that people are using, I can't tell you anything about, of course. There also won't be any tutorials or any templates about these builds, as they are community builds, so please don't even bother asking that. But hopefully you can use some of these builds as inspiration for your next project. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and let's go and visit some amazing builds. Well, this is what you get if you have a very large tribe of builders. They will go absolutely crazy, even if it's just 2 weeks, and even if it's just a starter base. This entire medieval village has an insane amount of detail and lots of little buildings everywhere to check out for us. And probably some really cool decorations hidden around as well. It's built on the new island in the Highlands, of course, all the way at the top right, located right here on the map. And as you can see, they've got like a little village center there with multiple buildings. They spread out around this lovely little lake with quite a cool few additions. And honorary shout out, I don't think they entered it, but honorary shout out to the barn, of course, here in the back. Looks quite cool, perfect for breeding. Not sure what that Gallimimus is doing up there, but yeah, look at that beautiful barn. Very cool barn design. But we're gonna start right here with this little house on the rocks in the middle of the lake, and then we'll just make our way all the way around the entire build, because yeah, that I think is gonna be the easiest way, trying not to miss too much of this, and also trying not to spend like hours and hours in this place. We got a little cozy house right over here, looking very nice with the custom sign. We're gonna see loads of those today in this base, I think. If you're wondering how we do this, it is a scribble sign. You can hide the sign, you can add an image that you make yourself to it, and then you get some cool custom signs. So yeah, we have a cozy little interior in this small house, and we can check out the basement. Seems pretty empty here. Some closed doors. Am I gonna have to ghost again, or can I find a way around it? Well, we have a cozy first floor here, and then we have a little cozy floor above that as well. Nice and small, proper little medieval house, and then we have a little bedroom up here. Just nice and tiny. Nice and cozy. All right, let's check out the outside though, because there was definitely something there. I think that probably is just the door to this little dock up here, but yeah, that's a really cool small cozy house right next to this bridge leading, of course, to that rock on the lake. And we have the tavern right next door, so let's take the pathway up to the tavern and check that out as well. Let's see, we've got some really cool arches going on over here. Pathway out in front. Oh, it actually expands a little bit further here than I would have thought. That is quite the cool tavern. I think this is their big tribe building, which, I mean, very fitting, of course, to do. Is there actually something underneath here? There is something hidden underneath here. Ooh, we have the secret beer production stores down here. Very important, of course, for yourselves or for your elephant friends, of course. So yeah, nicely worked into a little basement cellar area. I quite like yeah, hiding that below the build like this. And then of course we have another really cool custom sign. This feels like one of the entrances. And we have, ooh, another one here with the cozy pub. There we go. We can order something to drink. Maybe I'm too early. There's no one here yet. Might be too early today. Cozy little fireplace to hang out. Very, very nice. Little side entrance here as well. Yeah, really loving this. Loving these beams. Creates a lot of character inside. And there we go. Let's check out the other entrance. That might be the one to get up to the other floors. Maybe this is where I can rent a room. No one here yet, but looking very cool inside. Let's take the staircase up. See what we find up here. Seems to be, yeah, there's gonna be loads of little bedrooms here, isn't there? Yeah, there we go. So I'm guessing early on this would have been easy for the tribe to use as little rooms for themselves, maybe? I don't know. Another staircase leading up, but first let's check out this layer because I'm gonna definitely get lost otherwise. So yeah, there's a lot of rooms here. Lots of different rooms for rent. We can all live here. We don't have to build our own bases. We can just all live here happily together. More rooms everywhere. Cozy. Oh, this is a cool room. This is a big room. There we go. Yeah, really like that. And then we had the staircase over here. So there is more to explore. A little bit of an attic with some storage. More storage over here. Oh, we can have a little drink here. Secret little place up here. And, well, I guess this could be a bedroom, massage room, or there's some darker stuff going on here. You know, I don't know. You never know with these guys. They're dusted and not to be trusted. It's weird people here. But yeah, there we go. Lovely view as well. Let's go back down and check out the rest because there's so much more to explore. But yeah, really cool, cozy building all the way around. Let's see. Then this is the staircase to get all the way back down again. And there we go. And I think we should be able to probably follow the path all the way through to the next builds. Just following this pathway down. And I'm pretty sure that will lead us into the rest of the town. And in this case, to the windmill, as well as this lovely small little cottage. Plants everywhere as nice new details and bringing this all to life. The pathways as well. Really like those. And of course, amazing views over the entire lake here. Let's check out this little cottage. This looks very cozy. It's got its own little dock out here. You know, you can do some fishing on the lake. Enjoy the views of the town. Lovely, nice little garden out front. And a little well. I think this is a new well, or is this a customly made well? Because it feels like they've placed the sea cat well and then maybe built something around it. I think that's what it is. Or it's a new variant, but I don't think it is. We have a little cabin here. Little sheep. Love a little sheep. And then we have... Ooh, it's a little bit red in here now, but that's because of the drop, I think. So we have a nice little living room here. We've got some storage going on as well. And then on top of here, we have a little bedroom. Then we have a very cool windmill standing here. Still need to build my proper windmill for my medieval town that I was working on Australis. But it's really cool to see a proper windmill here with TKF. It's looking very, very nice. I approve. As a Dutchman, I approve of this windmill. I really like the look of that. Oh yeah, Lance is here as well. My little dodo friend. He's got some cool glasses. You know, he's got some cool glasses with him. He's pink. It's perfect. All right, let's focus on the builds, though. Let's focus on the builds. This windmill is looking very cool from the outside. I wonder if they've also done like the milling stone or the grinding stone from CKF inside to make it do something. I guess not on this level. We do have some storage up here. We can then go up with the ladder. Some more storage. So maybe they don't have the little turning stones. No, don't think so. That's what I would have expected. But yeah, very cool. I like that they've used it as a little bit of storage, though. You know, using this cool windmill for something. That is always nice. Yeah, Really like that one. Of course, just a really great thing about CKF that this windmill is actually a generator, so you don't have to hide ugly generators in your medieval builds. You can just build a cool windmill and it will power some of your structures. We got a lovely little stables here right next to it. Looking very, very cool indeed. Some hay bales around as well. And of course, another lovely little home with another lovely little sign. Gunther lives here. We have another little dock. Oh, there we go. This is what I meant. This should have been in the windmill. That would have been cool. But yeah, we have another little lovely dock with the highlands in the background and amazing views. This is a very scenic area, isn't it? And then we have a lovely cozy house here, looking very nice. Not quite sure if this is meant to be here, but it kind of works as some decor, I guess. Having the beaver dam here. I wonder if that spawned back in. That's quite insane if it did. Yeah, it's actually still functioning beaver dam. That's quite interesting. We've got the industrial forge here of CKF, which looks great, of course. A really nice little bit of detail to add to your builds. And then we can go inside and check out if it is nice and cozy. And it is nice and cozy inside. Got a little bit of the crafting stations down here. Then we can follow the staircase up to... Ooh, look at this. This is lovely. You know, have some dinner. A little bit of reading going on as well. And a bedroom, of course. You know, have your sleep. Lovely view of the cottage next door too. And then there is actually a little ladder up here, which leads to the attic for some additional storage. You know, the little stuff you don't need every day. There we go. We'll take the staircase back down, and then we have another door here that we can leave from. Yeah, very cool little cozy build. Got a little outhouse here. Again, decorations all around us. And we got a lovely little church up here with a little cemetery around. Again, the decorations keep going on, and there's actually a lot of little details to this little church as well. Looks very, very, very cool. And yeah, we'll go in through the main entrance here. I think this is... There we go. We have our little church. We have a custom stained glass sign. Again, this is using scribbles. Very cool custom sign. And a very cozy little interior for this church. Ooh, he missed a piece. I've caught him. He missed a piece. There we go. Well, we'll continue into town because there's still loads and loads more to see here. Lovely decorations though. All these little gardens bring a lot of life. There we go. I've heard about this legend, but I've never met him, and I'm very sure this is the original Dave the Bison. Definitely nothing has ever happened to Dave. So this is still the same old Dave. Glad to finally meet you, Dave. There's no sign here. I feel like usually there's a sign for these buildings. So I'm gonna go to find the sign. There we go. Look at this. Again, enjoying the views at the lake. Very nice. Still no sign though. Does this house not have a sign? Usually they have a sign. They tell me something about the house. There we go. This is Wild's house. Wild lives here. Let's go into the building. We have a nice dining room. Very nice grand dining room in here. And then we can go up. We have the very advanced dino terminal. Why don't they ever change the look to the more fitting one? I don't know. You don't have to have glowy terminals, guys. There's actual other ones. There we go. Look at that. He's fast asleep. Fast asleep in his building. Oh, I love the beams. Beams are always approved. There we go. Do we have a little balcony? We do in fact have. Well, it's actually a rather large balcony, but it looks small because of the door. Oh, we have one on the other side as well. Oh, wait. There we go. Another balcony. Yeah, this is a small balcony. There we go. Very nice. Yeah, lovely little building. Let's go back outside again. There's much more to explore. We have more trees. This was the little stables area. Yeah, really cool base. And all these different buildings and little details like this. Oh, look at this. Little tennis station right out here. We got a little market stall as well with some veggies being sold. We have a cool statue out here too. The Rex standing tall. Very, very cool. Yeah, love a little bit of greenery and a little bit of dressed up areas. There we go. We have another building here. As I said, this is a whole village, so there's lots of things to see and to check out. This looks like a very cool building. I do not see a sign, so I'm not entirely sure what this is. We'll just take a look. Nope, there is no signs. I have not missed a sign. I am free to now confuse this build for whatever I think it might be. Oh, maybe it's not decorated yet. Should I check out more just in case there is more Okay, I'm not going to check out the inside. I think this is not decorated, so we'll just look at the outside because it's a lovely little building. Really nice addition. And then here on the other side of the street, we got the notice board. Very cool custom notice board. I've also parked my dragon right at the end of the street. I think that's perfectly made for me to park there, which is really, really cool. And then we have another little building here. Don't see signs here either, so I don't think this is decorated, but it looks really cool. Lovely little clock up there. Then we have a blacksmith. I know that instantly, you know, armor. This is a really cool build as well. I like the open design. And again, utilizing all the different decorations as well as the visual storage to really make it into something quite cool and nice. Having the forge up there. Yeah, this is cool. This is really nice. Love a little bit of decoration like that to the town. Smoke bellowing up as well in that middle part. Looking very, very cool. And then we have way more. We are almost done with one side of the town, and then we can move on to the other side. On the other side of the main street, they actually have some really cool signs there, as well as the dermis from the boss fight. We did a cool boss fight with a bunch of us together, and yeah, the Dusted did host that. And we have another lovely dock here out onto the lake. Loving this street. Then I think this is where they keep all of their artifacts. So there we go. We can go inside. This is their trophy room. Well, the artifacts are not all here probably because we just did a boss fight recently. But yeah, it was fun. I did some caves with them because they couldn't do it without me. You know, I had to help them out a little bit. But that's a really cool little building. Love the arch connecting it to this other building that has the teleporter in there. Nice. And a Misa skin, so it is a little bit more fitting for the medieval builds. And I don't think there is anything in there for the rest of it, but it is another nice building, creating this really nice main street, of course. And then here on the other side we have a lovely little crafting area with all the different crafting stations that you might need. A little bit of storage out here as well. Very nice way to integrate this like into your main build, you know, just make it part of the medieval village and town. And then this looks like to be a little bit of a storage hall. Very nice. Again, visual storage. Very, very cool to use as storage as well as decorations. We got a little unloading bay here for your dinos, so you can unload it into the visual storage system. And then we move on to the second part of the town. On the other side of the main street, we got some of the tames lined up here. Is this a wild one? This could be a wild one because it's kind of like awkwardly placed there. I feel like you're not supposed to be here. We're just doing some cleanup. There we go. Uh-oh. They always fly off. There we go. We did some cleanup. There's nothing to see here. But yeah, we got some lovely squares out here behind the main street. And another really cool building over here. Let's see if we can figure out what this is. Got a chibi standing guard. I'm loving the layers on this already. Like the little rise. Also, just the difference in the height from the streets to the rest of the buildings is always pretty cool to make it look a little bit more special. And there we go. We have a nice little house. Is this kind of like a tribe hall thingy? Guild hall, maybe? Oh, wait. Is this the infamous guild hall? Oh, man. I don't know where, but this might be... I've heard some rumors about this, but I'm not sure if it's this building. It could be this building. It could be, but I also don't know if they fixed it or changed it. So I'm just gonna walk around it and hope I get the Easter egg, and I can look back at it. There we go. Just do one more loop. It's a really cool build, though. It's definitely a really cool build, and I think this. It might be a guild hall. Is there a sign on the top of here? No, not really on the outside. But there's all the members in here with their custom signs. There we go. All of them being represented here. All of by Moan. And they've got a lovely little dining hall in here. You know, they can enjoy some dinner together. They can celebrate their victories. And, oh, that was it. There we go. Celebrate their victories. Awesome. Let's see what's next. Let's see what's next, because we definitely have some more builds to check out. We have some more lovely trees back here. That's for sure. Decorating of the edges of the town. And I think then this is the next building for us to check out, which is the Dusty Tomes. Wait, is that? I thought there would have been a custom sign. Maybe not. The sign's not been made yet. Maybe. We came here before the sign was made. Can't believe it that the day would ever come. There we go. Too many signs have been made, I think. That's probably what it was. But yeah, that's a really cool looking building. I think this is the bookshop. I think I've heard some rumors when they were working on this about a bookshop, and it does look like this could be the bookshop. And it's a very magical bookshop. There we go. Look at this. Nice. I love all these little decorations with the books. It's such a nice way. Of course, also just the library shelves. Very cool indeed. Decorations everywhere. And then we have, ooh, a nice little round bit up here to read in peace. Very cool. Very, very nice. All right. Well, we're still not there, but we're making progress, though. We're making progress, right? Oh, was this a side entrance as well? There we go. Look at all that, man. There's things everywhere. I'm gonna miss so much. I'm really trying, but there's just so much to see. As this next build demonstrates. Look at that. That's awesome. I love the little the wooden part there. Stands out instantly, which is great. I'm guessing this is another home, judging by that it has another sign. We'll do a little loop of the place first. Ooh, look at this little path, which is very cool. Out to the lake side. It actually has also a nice dock here at the back. They can all enjoy some fishing from their houses. Do some fishing. I mean, that's very fitting now with the Summer Bash fishing event. Well, at least the emotes going on. That is very cool. Because, you know, they could be here. They could be like, well, I caught something and it was this big. Like that. Just like that. I'm just kind of pointing out how big I am myself. I'm just that big. That's the whole shark. The whole shark. There we go. Let's see. Oh, I needed to go in from this side because then I could see the sign. This is Jack. There we go. We have a cozy little living room. Very nicely decorated. Little kitchen area as well. Very, very nice. Lovely big windows everywhere to keep in the light. And then, oh, look at this. Nice and cozy. Little reading corner. A little bit of storage. That's the only downside. You know, you need some of the other things and they kind of stand out. But, you know, it's nicely done. Not too much of them. Lovely little decorations everywhere. And a cozy little bedroom. And they sleep naked and above the covers. That is insane. Insane. I tell you. There we go. Very nice balcony. And, yeah, nice and roomy. Nice and roomy home. Let's see. I'm getting lost in here. Nope, there we go. There we go. That is where we just were. So we can continue onwards. We have more lovely garden decorations all around the place. Mill for Hermit. So I'm guessing this is Hermit's house. I've heard things about this. Look at this place, though. Look at how cozy this is. Very nice. Loving some tames out here as well. We got the hermit crab house. Oh, look at this. It's got some water wheels out here. Loving that. They might be getting a lot of mud out of the water, though, but that's fine. Lovely little dock here as well with some tames lined up. Loving that. This looks very cozy. Got a little pyromane out here. Oh, he even got a little raft. I'm not sure how he's going to leave with this raft, but he's got one. Oh, and he's got a little house for the beaver. Look at that. Nice and cozy. Oh, the cantros look very cool. Very, very cool. Loving the decorations just already. And we have another very cool sign. We have some lovely plants. And let's check out all the little things we can see. It's very nice and decorated everywhere. Feels very cozy already, and I haven't even gone inside yet. Let's go inside. Let's check this out. Oh, I love it. I instantly love it. It's nice, cozy, lots of decorations, little furnace burning there. We got a fireplace up here. Look at all that. Is this a little balcony? It is a little balcony. Enjoying the views. We started all the way over there. We're getting there, guys. We're finally getting somewhere. Ooh, we have a little bedroom up here. There we go. Fast asleep, enjoying the spoils of his hard work. Nice, cozy little bedroom. I'm guessing this is where I just was. Was I? Was I here? Yes, this is where I came up. All right, I'm already getting lost. It's a tiny build, and I'm still getting lost. How am I managing that? There's a little ladder up here. Ooh. Wanted dead or alive. And we've got a little attic up here, too. Very cool build. Yeah, very nice and cozy. Loving all these little things. All right, let's get back out to the front. There we go. So yeah, very nice and cozy little funky build, and we have a nice platform on top as well to park a flyer. That's always convenient. Easy access to your flyers. All right, let's check out what else there is still to see. Seems to be another pathway leading up from here. I really like the way they interconnected the entire town. That is definitely a nice thing. Oh, there seems to be a bunch of tames out here, including the manticore. And then we have a lovely garden out in front on this side. Looking very, very nice. Using the K rustic stones at the bottom. And let's kind of just walk around this. This is a nice platform to park some tames on. There we go, Mr. Barry. Nice to meet you. And oh, I guess that's another walkway off to the other side. I think well, there might be a sign actually. Should probably be a sign. Is there a sign? Did I miss a sign? Surely there's a sign. There might or might not be a sign. I don't know. Figured it would have a sign, but maybe it does not have a sign. No, it does not have a sign. I did not miss the sign. Nope, I did not miss the sign. So let's go inside and see what it's like. We got a cozy little dining table here. Nice decorations around and a little kitchen area as well. Very cool. Then we have the bigger main entrance over here with a grand staircase to lead you up to the next floor. Little desk to work at. Some storage out here. Look at that armor hanging from the walls. Nice little balcony up here with some views of the Bronto infested lands out here. Like, I mean, that is a lot of Brontos. I mean, to be fair, there's also a lot of Stegos and a lot of Trikes as well. It's just a lot of tames in general. It's busy out there. Very, very busy out there. Nice little bathroom here. And we have a little bedroom here too. Nice and cozy. A balcony. Oh, look at that. That's a nice view of the town. Nice view indeed. And let's see. Is there more? There is a little staircase still going up here. Up to the attic. With a nice library. As well as another little bed. There we go. Very, very nice. And I think we're almost getting to the end of the village, the town, etc. So let's head over that way. So I guess this is the only part that they didn't connect up yet, but it's, I mean, it's already a lot of different builds. So there's another big house up here. We have some pathways, some docks, of course. Enjoying the views. Do not destroy the beaver dams. There's a warning out here. There we go. We have some lovely staircases up to the base. Got some pterodons parked outside. Nice decorations around as well. Some crafting stations here with nice view of the highlands around us. Ooh, look at those. We have a little farm out here. As well as, what's this? Ooh, look at this. That's nice. Oh, I like that. But still, you could easily change those to be a nicer platform that doesn't stick out as much. But look at this. We got some awesome bison. They've really started spawning with some funky colors now with the Summer Bash event as well. And some lovely sheepies out there. Look at all that. Look at all that. It's a cozy little farm field right next to your house. Very nice. Very nice and cozy. Some trees around. And I guess we have to also... Wait, I can do it. There we go. Got little eggs, guys. Got little eggs. And we got a main house to check out, of course. I mean, let's find the sign first. Let's see if there's a sign. There should be a sign. There we go. There's a sign. Roxy's house. Out here overlooking the entirety of the village. Very, very good view from here over the lake and the entire village in front of him. There we go. We have some more crafting stations in here as well as a little bit of storage down there. And then we have a nice little bedroom up here. Very nice. Enjoy the views. Big windows, let in plenty of light. Yeah, this is really cool base. Very, very nicely done. Like, this is 2 weeks survival and they've done a lot of work, as you can see. This next one isn't only an incredible looking build, but it's also an epic location. I mean, look at the backdrop here with the waterfalls coming down. This house itself is looking absolutely amazing here, but yes, these locations as well. It is really, really cool. So I'm happy there's a cool base like this being built in a spot like this, because this is just a perfect match. An epic fantasy house here looking absolutely amazing, and then in a magical location as well. So there's a little gate here to protect probably from some of the wild tames, and then we have a lovely pathway here to follow up to the house itself. But that is looking amazing. Love the arch over the water flowing through it, the waterfalls all around it, and of course the giant waterfalls in the background just makes for a really cool epic location. There's a little bit of decoration around here as well. There's a little tent out here, as well as a little bit of decorations around the entrance. Welcome in. Saw some barrels and stuff down here as well, so definitely some decoration all around. So let's take one more close look at the build before we go inside. I love the clock tower as well. I mean, just the whole build is really cool, like proper fantasy. Loving the spiky roofs for this. Very, very cool. The color scheme as well, though, the pink roof, the dark walls, feels very fitting, very magical. Let's go inside, let's explore. So we have the entrance here. There's actually music playing in this base. I don't know if I can keep that in. I'm not quite sure if it's like safe for YouTube, but it gives a nice vibe right away. We have the visual storage crane here, which means you can easily unload dinos if you park them here. Got some of the CKF crafting stations, which are amazing to bring life to the base because the animations are really cool. And then we have the base. This is looking amazing on the inside. We have a tapestry. We have so much decorations going on everywhere. The industrial forge in here, so you can safely smelt your metal. We have very nicely decorated interiors here. Little bed in the nook. We have plenty of crafting and storage by the looks of it. All around it, it's very nicely done. And we have a greenhouse here looking awesome. Like, look at all of this. It's very cozy, but also very elegant. Oh, I love these little balconies. I mean, you definitely need a balcony, right? You need to enjoy these views because this location and this build is pretty damn epic. I really like this cozy greenhouse, and then we have a little balcony to the side with some more crafting stations as well as some more space, and it seems like there is maybe a secret dungeon there, maybe some extra storage that is hidden there or something like that. We have pantries filled with stuff, a nice little dining table here as well, and yeah, everything is just very nicely decorated. It's very, like, it isn't necessarily a big base, and therefore like everything is cramped into small rooms, but it makes it very cozy feeling because it feels very alive and very realistic of an actual house of someone, which is really cool. I'm trying to see if there's actually any stairs or ladders somewhere up to a different layer, because I assume there might be more, but haven't really seen any extra staircases to go up anywhere. We do have the lovely little drakeling here. Very cool colors, actually. Very nice bright color scheme. Look at that. Yeah, we have crafting, etc. in here, but it doesn't seem to be a way up to a different layer. Yeah, there might not be another layer. I don't think there is. There is another balcony over here, though, that we can enter. So, yeah, we have a nice balcony over at this side. And over here, I think, I don't know if it's unlocked, but there is more crafting and storage in there, and then it leads back up to the closed trapdoor, I think. So, yeah, very cool build, amazing location, and yeah, just, oh, I really like it. I really like it. It's nice, small, and cozy. It's like a proper little starter base, but it feels very nicely detailed. Oh, and this base is located right here on the map. And this entry is actually multiple builds. This is part of my tribe and what my tribe mates did. And we have the first one right over here, which is a pretty cool looking building over here. I think this is done without the keep tier of CKF, but still using some of the other CKF tiers, of course. We have a nice little well here in this little courtyard. Looks like we have some dino stables here as well for the griffins to be parked at. Looking very nice and cozy, keeping them nice and safe. Let's continue on the outside for a little bit to get a better look of the entire building. So we have some nice additions to the sides, nice little overgrown pieces and details all the way around. And yeah, look, I love these arches here. I always love a good arch that you can walk underneath. And then we have another one of those right over here as well. So it definitely feels like a pretty cool little build. So let's go inside and let's see what else there is. We got a lovely little kitchen area over here, I think. Yeah, feels like a nice little dining room area. Ooh, forgot to extend the fireplace all the way up. But yeah, we have a cozy kitchen here. Loving all these decorations in here. And then we have the staircase to the next layer. We got a floaty T-Rex sleeping tight in here. And yeah, nice little reading corner or sit corner. And we have one of those arches, I'm guessing, connecting over to the next part of the build. A little bit of a library going on in this one. Another one of those arches, I think. And then we have a little bit of a weaponry over here to arm up, gear up. And then we have another staircase going down. A little bit of a survival crafting place down here. Let's see what is in other parts of this. Oh, this is more storage as well as the millstone here. Very cool. Yeah, I like this one. Nice cozy little build, but as I said, this is part of the village of my tribe mates. So we have another little addition right over here. Oh yeah, by the way, this is Lance. He's joining me today. Let's take a look at our base. So this is another addition, another little cozy little building over here. So let's check out this in a little bit more detail. Loving these arches and the overgrown look again. And then we can go inside, see what it's like in there. Look at this cozy interiors. We have a nice little living room here. Someone has been drinking a little bit too much over here, but we have a nice cozy little fireplace. Do not enter. Is that because it is empty? But well, you opened the door for me. Oh, well, this is why he's passed out on the couch. I'll tell you that much. That's exactly why this happened. Exactly why this happened. And then we have a little ladder going up to the next layer, I think. Oh no, this is all the way to the top. Oh wait, there's like a little ledge. Oof, this is some parkour shit to get back to this layer of your building. Do not enter. Is this another room? Okay, we'll not enter that because actually that door was closed. That door was closed. Yeah, got some nice decoration here. And then we got a cozy little bedroom as well. Very, very nice. Yeah, like this one. So let's go outside and let's see the rest of the town because there's a few more additions. There's one more house right over here looking very nice and cozy here on the edge of the water with I really love always these fake shutters that are being created, which is a really nice little way to add some detail. Feels like there should be a water wheel here. Feels like that is purposely made to get a water wheel in there, right? Maybe he forgot to add the water wheel. Got a feeling he might have, because I thought I heard him talk about water wheel. But there we go. Let's go inside. Let's check this one out. Ooh, it's nice and cozy in here. We got a little bit of storage there. We have a lovely little kitchen area over here. It's always these flames that go really crazy. But yeah, this is really nice and cozy with the fireplace. Pig being roasted. Let's see what's over here. We got a little bit of a decorative storage area. Very cool. And then we can go all the way up. And ooh, there we go. Now this is nice and cozy. Very cool. I've not actually been inside here, I think. Little library going on. Oh, there's a lot of different rooms here. We got a little bedroom here as well. We have ooh, a nice little dining room. Oh, we've got some lights coming in. Oh, I love when this happens. This feels so cool. All right, let's see. What else do we have? We have a little window there. We have a lovely castle build. Maybe this is his inspiration so he can build a castle. I think that's what he's wanting to do soon. That's the dining room that we were at. And we got a little bathroom here as well. Very cool. Very nice and cozy around here. I don't think there's another way up. But yeah, that looks very, very cool. Very nice indeed. And then we have another very cool addition over here. This house here is looking amazing. Big circular windows. Love these little walkways around the building as well. The decorations around it. Look at little gardens, little details just everywhere. It's looking really, really nice. Integrated here on this little cliffside. We've got a little staircase going down to a greenhouse here as well, with some nice decorations and storage all the way around it. So yeah, definitely looking really, really cool. I think also first time using CKF, so this is looking really good for yeah, having to come to grasp with all the amazing option that mod offers. So let's check this one out. We have multiple doors, so many ways to enter. I think this is a little pantry, little addition to the building, and then this is probably the main basement. We have a little bit of storage and crafting going on down here. Oh my god, look at you. You are beautiful. Beautiful sheep. And yeah, we have some crafting going on down here. Different skins as well. And I think then there's a little room to the side here for some dino related things in here, and also probably hiding some of the very futuristic things, so that it doesn't take away from the more medieval aesthetic of the rest of the build. And we have another little side entrance with some storage back here as well. Always love to see that. And we have these lovely walkways, details everywhere. Really like the amount of details here. We have some lovely looking things, and then we can go to the front. I think there was, yeah, there's a little walkway up here, and then we have the main entrance, I assume. But we also have this little porch area looking out over the town with the giant dragons and dinos everywhere. But yeah, cozy little walkway, balcony to enjoy the lovely views of the canyon that we're located at. And we have, yeah, nice little bench here. And this is where this base is located, by the way. I kind of forgot to do this for some bases, I think. But yeah, very nice looking entrance. So let's go inside. Yes, for some reason, I don't know why this RR fire always goes like crazy hard. Because then this is the normal light, and then that turns on and it goes crazy. But the spire remains around, so I can't turn it off permanently, unfortunately. But yeah, we have a nice little kitchen area over here. We have nice entrance as well. Lots of decorations around. Lovely little living room or dining room here, I think. Got some nice pianos, a little work area as well. Lovely windows, of course. Enjoying the view over the lake in town. And then we have nice cozy tiny staircase leading up. More decoration up here. Little hallway that leads into a little bathroom here to the side. Very, very important, of course. And then we have, ooh, the main room, bedroom? No, it's not a bedroom, I don't think. No beds, no beds. Looks cool though. Lovely little fireplace here as well. The new creature, I forgot his name. I've not really interacted with it before, but there we go. Cute little new foxes. And we have a nice library as well. A little lounge area here. And then we have, ooh, another balcony to enjoy the view. There's a lot of little balconies around this one, and we can enjoy the view of the greenhouse too. Yeah, I have not seen. Oh, there we go. The bedroom is up here, probably. There we go. Yes. Ooh, look at this little guy. I love the new Drakelings. I really like them. Also because they make my fall damage go away in survival, which is great for building. But yeah, lovely little bedroom here too. And then let's hop out of the build and hop down here to take a look at the greenhouse. Looking very cool. Little dung beetle out here, as well as some decorations, and of course the plants growing here inside. Ooh, love this little water feature. That looks very nice. Of course, lights needs to come in for the greenhouse effect, so I think that's a pretty decent solution to keep it feeling medieval but still get your greenhouse effect. Very nice. Yeah, I love this. This is a really cool detailed build. Very nice house, very cozy. Then we have the bridge leading over to the other side, and then we have both our main storage and crafting hall that is still kind of under construction, or at least the inside. The storage system probably needs some expanding at some point. But we also have this lovely, cool little windmill feature here to power the entire base, or most of the base. And we have the actual features, you know, the crafting stations from CKF look really cool and have these animations. So they're perfect for this kind of thing, you know, to make it into a functioning windmill. So looking very, very nice. And yeah, gives us power. We have all our tapes out here. It's a bit messy on the outside, but you know, it's a crafting hall. It's only 2 weeks since we started playing. We have got our water well here, some cooking out here as well. We have our industrial forge of CKF, which is amazing. Like, looks so much better than having an actual forge out here. And then we have our visual storage system here as well, which looks really cool. I always think, you know, you can see actual the pieces in there. And then we have the storage hall itself, which is quite a cool building. Really like this one. Really It's been really useful as well to use as an actual storage system. It's been pretty good. We've had plenty of space inside. We definitely have loads of space still to spare and to use. But it's definitely made life a lot easier to have with the tribe. And as you can see, we have a visual storage system in here with all of our stuff being loaded into the different things, the crafting stations around, using as much as possible from the CKF mod because that looks a lot cooler for medieval builds, of course. But yeah, you can see all the storage around. I really like visual storage just for that reason, for filling up like this. It's very convenient. We have plenty of storage all the way around. Try to make the storage as cozy as possible. I did the interior of this part, like the storage system setup, and then we have the dedicated storage from CKF as well, so that they match a little bit better with the, you know, medieval feeling. And it turns out we have loads of paste, loads of it, probably more than we'll ever need. But yeah, that is our little storage system. And then we have a lot of space left still. I kind of need to maybe work on the rest of the storage system because I've got a pantry that I haven't used yet. We have our chicken that is fast asleep from all his work here. And as you can see, there's loads of room here still to expand or crafting and storage stations all the way above. So probably need to do that. And then quickly, it's not really part of the challenge, but my house is down here. You might recognize it. It's actually very similar to the bison stables that I did before, but instead I built it out of CKF pieces. So mostly using the settler tier from CKF, as well as a little bit of the village tier. And yeah, these are my stables. So I've got my bison in there. We got some sheep in here. Then we used to have some drakelings breeding in here. Currently cried them up to, you know, not cause too much lag issues. But then, yeah, this is where I currently live. I've got a little kitchen area. Still waiting to use some different skins that I think by the time this video is posted, they have been released, so I can use them on this server as well. We have the little trophies from the new event. We actually also have the flag of the boss fight. And then this in here is my little cozy bedroom that I log out in. So yeah, we have a little cozy building. And then for this one, I actually also added a windmill on top, mostly just because I needed power. So I needed that windmill. And then I decided, well, I guess I'll just build a windmill on that. So yeah, there's a windmill on my stables. I think it works. It's a little bit silly, but again, I mean, it's also kind of cool. So yeah, that's my addition to the village. Definitely is not very much feeling like a village. It's a little bit incoherent yet, but I'm sure over time that will grow, because I think there's big plans for the surrounding areas to grow. So this base is called Riverview Manor, and it's, well, obviously right next to a river, very close to Greenup, located right here on the map. And yeah, it's a pretty fun area, pretty cool area here, and there seems to be quite a bit of landscaping using JV8, creating a very nice forest around this base. And it's got a nice building hidden underneath or in that forest. I don't know if there's a proper path to find. I guess there is a little pathway here leading to the river. No, not leading to the river. There's some kind of like little garden here. Look at this nice little greenhouse out here to grow some plants, looking very nice and overgrown, of course. Very, very cool. So yeah, just a small little greenhouse out here, really hidden in the forest. You can see it. Let me fly up a little bit. You can see how hidden this location is. Like, it's completely surrounded by a man-made forest, or at least a big part of this, I think, is a man-made forest. So let's hover back down and let's check out this main building, which is looking quite cool indeed. Got a very modern look to it, looking very, very fancy. And let's check it out. Nice, lovely entry right here. And I guess there is some more pathways going off in the distance, but let's check out the main building first. So let's go inside. We have a lovely little entrance right here with a beautiful little aquarium right here. I think this is all custom made as well, using like water skins and decorating the inside, I believe. I'm not quite sure. Again, with custom cosmetics, it's getting harder and harder to keep track of what is actually in the mods that we have on the server and what is made custom. But yeah, this is definitely looking really cool. A little bit of a survival area right here, but very neatly in the design itself. We got the little porch out here as well with some more crafting stations, looking very, very cool. I'm not sure if this is a little side room. It is a little armor and weapon room. Very cool. Very nicely done. So yeah, a little cupboard there. And then we have the stairs to go up to the next layer. Nice big window. Again, completely surrounded by the forests, but looking very, very cool. Out here we have a nice living room. ARK on the TV. Little balcony here at the back as well. Lovely little fireplace. Love all the decorations and details out here. Very cozy, modern base, which I mean, it's always a cool vibe, right? If you want to live in luxury. Yeah, these views are pretty cool. Especially here where you can see a little bit more of the surroundings. Quite nice. Got a little bit of a dining table and a kitchen right here. Looking very, very cool. And even a little pantry. Nicely tucked away. Very nice. And then I think we have a little bit more going up here. We've got the bedroom. We have more like storage and cabinets everywhere and little nooks filled with some detail. Very nicely decorated. And then we have a little bathroom right here near the end as well, which is quite cool indeed. So let's go back to the outside, I suppose, because I think we've seen the interiors, I think, but there was another pathway that I want to at least follow to check out what else could be in these surroundings. So we'll just kind of follow this pathway. We used fairy pathways for creating our own little paths, which is really nice to get some decoration. Look at this forest though. I'm pretty sure that a lot of this is hand placed, so you get a really cool forest feeling as we follow the path. Where will it go? It will bring us to another little building looking a little bit overgrown. We got some manticore here, which I believe is a cosmetic for griffins, but we'll just, you know, we're really cool people. We tame manticores here. Lovely little garden with the glowy mushrooms, also part of JVH. Some skulls around here. This is actually a nice cozy dino pen, I suppose. There seems to be little space for some breeding and hatching as well. So yeah, very nice little dino pen hidden in the forest. I'm not sure if there's more to check out here. There is a little wall, but I think that is pretty much it. It is completely like covered and decorated with these trees. I don't know if there's an actual way up here, but there is actually also something right along here. Let's see. There is a pathway somewhere down here, so I guess I missed something. Where does this come from? Oh, I guess there was a split. So from the greenhouse, I went back to the main house, but there is a pathway here with a little water well, and then all the way up through the forest we get to this staircase will lead all the way up these cliff sides next to a beautiful tree here on the hilltop. And then we have a nice cozy gazebo at the end so that we can finally enjoy the views of the full surroundings here, which is very, very cool. Yeah, this is a really cool addition for sure. And I mean, you would almost not notice that this is here, except if you know that there's not supposed to be a giant forest there, then maybe. But yeah, it's nicely tucked away, but a really cool base. This next base is already looking awesome from the outside here. I mean, I'm a sucker for a nice round build base, and this is looking very cool indeed. And we even have a nice custom sign here of the Dodo Tamers to greet us as well. So let's jump right into it and check out this lovely build. It's looking very nice. I'm loving the decorations I see here. There's a very cool shiny trike here, which is absolutely amazing. I mean, look at all these effects going on. That is definitely looking really, really cool. But let's take a closer look at this building. I'm loving these vines. I'm guessing that's custom cosmetic because I definitely have never seen those in JVH before, but they are looking very, very cool. I love the different options that brings. I'm so used to seeing all the JVA's plans. It's nice to see some new variations in there, and a little bit of an overgrown look is always a nice way to dress things up. And painting the different regions here on the CKF pieces has actually been very effective in changing it to a completely new look and something that looks very, very nice indeed. We have some amazing little dodos here. Look at these guys. That is a warm welcome. I love those. Are those event dodos? I've never seen those before. They are amazing. I need me one of those. Yeah, we have some nice plots out here. Some greenhouse action going on. And that's looking very nice. So we have a custom waterfall going off into the actual water, which is also pretty damn exciting here. That is a cool addition on the side of the house, and another little chibi friend hanging out. I love decorating with chibis. That's something new I haven't seen before, but that's really cool. So yeah, we have a nice circular build, easy greenhouse, or well, not greenhouse, but crops to grow outside all the way around, utilizing every bit of space, and a nice porch with some awesome textures around it. If we go inside, we will find out that something is breeding here still. We see a lot of dino related stuff, but I guess this shows that there is there is some breeding going on here. Some griffin breeding action definitely going on right now, but it's of course always nice if you have a starter base that is big enough to house a few of your tames, and this is definitely more than a few. And of course, very important to keep your dodos right in the center. I love that dedication. But yeah, that's a very nice floor, quite a bit of room as well in a circular build like this. And then if we go all the way up, or I mean not all the way, I guess the next layer, we have a whole layer full of cool decorations, a little bit of the medieval vibes coming back in here. The kitchen over here, crafting stuff, little nice corner to hang out as well. All the crafting stations, storage, so you know it's a real base. It's being utilized and everything. We've got some dummies suited up and ready to go here as well. Very, very cozy. There's a little poop station right in the middle, the most important room of the build, of course. And then we have another layer to check out all the way at the top, which is some beds all around us. There we go. Very, very cool. And then we have some entrances to the top. So you have a beautiful rooftop balcony out here and some wyverns lined up all the way around. Are these actual wyverns? No, these are not actual wyverns. They're way too small. That's just the dermis, probably. Or maybe a dino ball thing of the Dino Depot mod we use. But yeah, very cool build. I love a good round circular building. And this one is looking very nice. And plenty of room inside. There's actually a surprising amount of space there. Very, very cool. And the next base is actually something very original. It's actually a modern take on a Viking Longhouse, which is of course perfect if you still want to live in modern luxury, but you also want to embrace the Viking theme related to Ragnarok. And this is looking very, very cool out here. It's in the start of the canyon, a very cool location. There's a little island here with a decent amount of space that you could, as you can see, clearly build a base on. It's located right here on the map, and we'll take a closer look at what it is. But yeah, you have your private island. Doesn't seem to be too problematic in the surroundings. I don't know if there's like Spinos spawning here, but so far it seems pretty all right out here. I mean, there's definitely enough protection in case they do spawn. But yeah, let's check out this build right over here. So we have a nice walkway up. We have a wyvern statue from the Castlecraft Structures Cosmetics. Then we have some kind of structure going up on there. We have some nice decorations around here, and we have Groot welcoming us in to the Longhouse, which, I mean, it's definitely recognizable as a Longhouse, right, with this shape, but it's also definitely looking like a modern build. So let's first go around a little bit. We've got some crafting stations and a little porch out here to hang out on. Of course, beautiful views all the way around. The canyons are an incredibly beautiful and awesome location to call home, of course. One of the very unique and cool biomes here on Ragnarok, so definitely a good one to call home. We got lovely little decorations all around the porch on the outside, but let's try and get inside, and we're not allowed, which means we're going into super ghost mode, and we're going to just ghost through this house for now. Well, actually, on the inside, I guess we don't have to keep on ghosting. We can just take a look around. We have a lovely living room here with some cats to keep you company. Very cozy here, nicely decorated around. Loving the vibes in here. And I guess I do need to stay in ghost mode because we have more locked rooms, but we have a cozy bedroom over here, looking very nice. There's some lights changing as well for some nice vibes in here. But yeah, I love kind of the combination of the modern and the more old-timey stuff. I think that's a quite cool combo. It's kind of what ARK is as well, right? It combines a lot of different time periods into one sci-fi setting. But there we go. We have a little dining table and a cozy kitchen going on right over here, which of course also leads out to this little garden and back porch right there. We have a staircase that leads up to the next layer. We got some storage, a nice shark tank, and then I'm guessing, yeah, just more storage, a little bit of crafting going on here. I'm guessing this is the survival heart of the base. And then we have a room to the side here with some more crafting stations neatly lined up. And it's not a big base, but there's actually quite a lot that still fits in here. We got some, I'm guessing this is all dino related stuff. Oh, there we go. Passed out. You built such a nice bedroom and you still pass out here. We got the dino depot terminals, and I'm guessing this is something for the gene storage, I believe. But yeah, very cozy and nice build, and a very cool little starter base out here. I'm not entirely sure how we get up here, but there is a little platform here for some of the tames, the flyers as well. So I guess you just get up here by flying yourself, which, I mean, that's fine. Or is there a little entrance to the side? I don't think there is. But yeah, a nice little platform to keep your flyers parked safely against the cliff. All right, we have a lovely little starter base here on these rocks or these cliffs right in front of the coastline, very close to the blue obelisk, and it's absolutely looking really cool over here, using a lot of the ASR pieces, Architect Structures Remastered, of course, that kind of broaden the scope of the normal vanilla structures and add a lot of new possibilities, and definitely being used to a very cool effect here. So let's hop in and take a closer look at the base. We have a lovely little staircase leading up with the first of these little glass structures here. Very cool little effect. Beautiful views of the surroundings, using the plants as well from JVH to get a really cool overgrown feeling. And then we are here at the main part of the base, I would like to say. Feels like that, at least. Nice walkway around, so you have some parking spots for your flyers, lovely lanterns to light things up a little bit as well. Nice platform all the way around. RG's already waiting here at the entrance. Let's see. We'll go right in, and then we have, yeah, the main base. Loving this little crystal looking thing in the middle. That's a really cool effect. Some plants in there as well to get some glowy bubbles in there. Very cool. And then this definitely feels like a proper base, right? You've got some storage, crafting stations all the way around base as well, which is always quite nice, and big windows so you can always enjoy the lovely views of the surroundings. And then we have staircases to the next layer with more crafting stations littered all the way round, and you know, little crafting corners everywhere. I really love a big window base. You know, you have such amazing views of all of your surroundings, and yeah, definitely really cool. Feels very roomy as well. Definitely big enough to get decent amount of storage, as well as a lot of your crafting stations in there without any issues. And it's a really cool shape as well, right? Like, it feels really cool and unique. But that's not all, of course. There is a second part here to the building. I think probably just supposed to fly up to this platform. Doesn't seem to be currently a way to get there from the bottom yet. And then we have a little elevator here. I'm not sure if I will be allowed to take that. Probably not. So we'll just have to pretend. And then this is a lovely little bedroom. Look at this. Fancy bed, nicely decorated, and again, lovely views of your surroundings with these windows, and also a really cool looking design as well, and very nicely utilizing the landscape as well there, with the rock formation basically being the start of that little tower or building. Very, very cool. Can't wait to see what this grows into. And next up, we've got this cozy estate here on the edge of a lake in the redwoods, and it's actually looking really, really cool and cozy. I love the redwoods atmosphere always, and this is definitely a really nice spot to build at. You've got the lake right next to doors, and yeah, seems there's actually quite a little bit more going on here, but I think this estate is the one that has been entered. It seems to be like a little survival base right next door, or like I guess a breeding barn, and I don't want to know what's going on in here. Seems to be some slaughtering as well. There's also a bigger gate right back there as well. But yeah, we'll focus on the estate. It's located right here on the map. Actually looking really, really cool. But yeah, from the outside, I like the look of this a lot. We have a nice rooftop there. We have some really cool features all around. Nice pathways, decorations. Everything is in place. So let's go check out what we can find here. Welcome in. We have a nice armory, and you can hang your coat instantly when you get in here. Not exactly sure why I've got this light in my face. I don't have anything on that should do that, but I guess it is what it is. We can't really get rid of it, but looks like we have a very cozy interior here with a nice dining hall. Looks like there's a feast served, so maybe we should visit for one of these feasts sometime. Loving all the decorations around here. Nice little reading nook here as well. And there's definitely a lot more. I think this is probably the back entrance, yes, to the lake. Very nice. Very cool position, of course. Very nice location. Oh, we have a nice modern lounge room here with some games, a bar, big TV, and beautiful views of the next door lake. Very nice indeed. Some storage here as well. Staircase, it looks like, up. We've got a library here where you can do some reading. There's some music playing. Very, very cozy. I guess then we too take these stairs up to the next layer, which has a cozy little bedroom here. It also has access to the rooftop over here. So this is the rooftop garden. We have a nice grill, hot tubs, places to relax, nice water feature, and of course enjoying all the amazing views of the surroundings. Now there was also a door on the other side, but that was locked, but I guess that is also just another balcony. Plenty of spaces to park a flyer should you need it. So let's head over back inside and see what else is here. Let's maybe close the door just in case. We got a little bathroom. Oh, this is a nice location for the throne. You know, you have some good views, although you're not looking at the views, I guess, but they can enjoy your views. Bedroom here, Very nice. Also, there's 2 bedrooms. And then we can continue the staircase up to the next layer. Very nice decorations around. We have the main bedroom here with the very evil Drakeling as well. And the legend McSweven sleeping here. There we go. Access to another rooftop balcony. Very, very nice. There's plenty of places to enjoy the views around here. Bigger bathroom as well. Again, with lovely views of the surroundings. And then we have in another layer. We can still keep going. We can still keep going all the way to the top of the tower. So yeah, you can go all the way to the top. That is pretty cool. Yeah, I love this estate. Very nice. So next up, we're here at the underdogs that have built some kind of Viking base, judging by the giant longhouse that we can instantly see. But there's definitely a few other buildings around. This one seems to be some kind of breeding barn because there's a lot of creatures around and on it. And then we have a few more builds, some lovely decorations out here actually, a lot of plants and nice pathways. Got some cozy, smaller houses right next to it as well. And then leaning over this way, we have a little windmill, probably to get some power in here. And then across the bridge, seems like we have some kind of greenhouse, as well as a very cool personalized sign over here. So definitely very cool. And if you're wondering where it actually is located right here on the map, next to the big iconic castle, overlooking the Viking base. So definitely a very appropriate place to build your Viking build, I would say. Let's maybe start with the greenhouse and work our way back from there. So let's go over here first. Nice little tree surrounded by the greenhouse. Not sure yet we can actually enter. And then we have, yeah, lovely little greenhouse growing all the things that you need to grow. Very nice and cozy. And I actually like having the big tree in the middle as kind of some kind of centerpiece, making it look a little bit more special. And yeah, very cool sign as well. Very nice. Lovely little bridge crossing one side to the other in this rough cliffy terrain. And then we have a little windmill going on here. Definitely like the look of that. Look, it has a little walkway around it, so we can get all the way up to where the windmill is spinning. But we also seem to have a little bit of a nice spot here at the back where we can hang out, enjoy the views, you know, relax after a long day of playing the ARK. And then we have a little bit of storage going on in here, looking lovely. Very nice and cozy little build. I mean, I love a good windmill, and especially as a way to power your base. It's such a more elegant way than having to plonk down a generator somewhere, especially if you're doing medieval building, of course. We've got some lovely lanterns around, as well as we have plenty of cool little plants around, pathways connecting it all up, making it feel like a proper little Viking village. And then this building looks pretty cool, combining a little bit of the CKF with the ASR pieces for a really cool house design. And we have a cozy little crafting base, I think. Yeah, this is all crafting stations, so I think this is where most of that goes on. Looking very cool, and all in a nice little cozy house. And I think this might be the storage next door, judging by the visual storage already placed around it like this. I love visual storage. It's just a really cool and nice way to utilize storage. Wish that was something we just had in the game, because it's so much nicer than plonking big vaults down. And yeah, seems like we have more storage going on the inside of this building. And then it looks like we've got some kind of breeding barn going on here at the opposite side of the little village. And let's take a look inside. Yep, this definitely looks like breeding is going on. Loving the bison. There's plenty of sheep as well. Yeah, got some creatures everywhere. Nicely lined up. And then, of course, rooftop access for even more creatures. It's a bit crowded here. Not allowed to get out. There we go. We have Thylas, Griffins, Pyromanes, Wolves, everything, and there's more breeding going over there in the distance for everything that didn't fit quite into the big barn. So yeah, very lovely little Viking village so far, but of course the Longhouse is where it's all about. Now there seems to be some fire, and I don't know why my game does that, but it makes it very glowy and like crazy, and I've tried turning off every setting related to bloom, fire, light, anything. Nothing really seems to change. It usually just gets even worse. So yeah, there's not much I can change about the bright fires inside, but I'm sure it's going to be a cozy place in there. I know why they have a lot of fires in there, but yeah, look at how bright that is. I don't know why it is so bright. I've tried every setting. Nothing really seemed to want to change this being this bright, and just getting like more crazy shadows, turning every setting off, but yeah, didn't seem to change anything. But it is looking quite cool in here, very nicely decorated here, very cozy. You know, this would be a great place to have a party, have a nice meal, and yeah, I don't know why these flames are so bright, but this is what you want in the middle of a longhouse like this. I mean, I've recently done some Viking builds as well, and well, I'm happy to say that that one has a nice structure that you can place here in the middle. I don't know why our fire just goes crazy for me like that. Might be time to look into some different deco mods instead. But we have the main table here with some of these awesome looking chairs. Very, very, very cool. And of course, this is just a typical longhouse that you want to see, right? You want to have these tables, the nice flames and feast going on in the middle. Ooh, the cat jumping up, very, very Viking. And then we have, ooh, the sleeping quarters up here, because it's a rather big tribe. So there's plenty of members. Yeah, look at how glowy this is. I don't know, guys. I'm very sorry. I don't know how to fix this. I've tried all the settings. I've tried turning it all the way down. It just doesn't seem to take away the light, and it just makes other weird, different, ugly lights. I don't know. I think I've cursed by I don't know why this is happening, but it is a very cool longhouse, and it is a very cozy interior here, and you know, they're just very strong fires. That's what we're going with. That's the law of this build. But yeah, it's a very cool longhouse. There we go. Lights goes back to normal. Very cool longhouse. Really like the Viking vibes over here, and I'm quite happy at least someone went for the Viking vibes here on Ragnarok. Of course, that feels very appropriate and very fitting indeed. And if you're wondering where this is located, it's located right over here on the map, right next to the big castle that everyone knows and loves about Ragnarok. Next up, we have the Hut of Doom, as it's been described. Looks very overgrown, and some decorations outside suggesting some hostilities, or at least practicing for some hostilities out here. We got some tents, we got some targets set up, some practice, and we have this nice little building with a completely overgrown roof. So, you know, you might be finding it hard to spot if you fly over, and it's also located right here on the edge of this cliff leading down into the cave below. But yeah, definitely looking nice up here. We have very overgrown look to it all, so let's see what it looks like when we enter it, if we can. Yeah, we can. There we go. There's some music playing here as well. Apparently that's now a new thing. Yep, there we go. It's gone crazy instantly. Torture chambers, skeletons everywhere, and somehow still some cozy music playing. We got a little bit of a library going on as well. A little bit of a, I guess, kitcheny area, I suppose. And or I guess at least some food storage. We got some barrels, and we got a little pig on a spit. But let's see what we have up here where the music is coming from. Got a nice table here though. Very bright lights for some reason. What's that? Is that a book? It is a book. Why is that so glowy? But yeah, we've got some crazy ass music playing here. That's so loud. Why is the music so loud? Yeah, I don't know why this book is glowing so much. It's a very magical book. Very, very magical book. Yeah, we have a little... Well, I was going to say cozy bedroom, but it's not quite cozy, is it? It's a little bit creepy. Creepy bedroom. And we have... Oh, we have the boss statue or trophy here. Very cool boss fight. And some artifacts. Yeah, there we go. Bit of a creepy house. Bit of a creepy place to live. But, you know, I don't judge. I don't judge. It's fine. You know, if that's your thing. If that's your thing, that's totally fine. Again, I might have to edit out the music. I don't know. But, yeah. Very cool. Creepy build. Oh, and if you're wondering where this is, it's located right here on the map. So the next one is a workshop. Whilst waiting and exploring the map for the best location for the main base, and it's definitely looking very happy and colorful over here. We are located quite close to the blue up, as you can see right there, but if you're wondering, it's located right here on the map. We've got some lovely waterfalls coming down, as many areas in Ragnarok actually do. So let's see what this base has to offer. We can walk up to the platform right here. We start with like a little bit of a kitcheny area, probably dedicated to like breeding stuff, seems cooking stuff, so maybe making kibble and things like that. We have a nice little greenhouse right next door of it as well, and a little outhouse, very important to have, of course. Then we have a little bit of a bigger building, which I believe is like the main crafting area, or at least that is what it appears to be. And there's also a bedroom in here, and it's not keeping me out, but yeah, we have a little bedroom with some extra storage, personal storage in there. And yeah, very nice and practical little crafting area. And then we have this building right next door, which seems to be some kind of barn for breeding projects. So we've got some thylas in here, the beautiful new bison, love them, the Yankees, and then we also have some room for some flyers to be parked up there. So definitely quite nice and practical. I love taking that little extra step, you know, turning your baby starter box into something a little bit nicer, well organized, and yeah, plenty of options actually here for your storage, crafting, etc. You even have some more down here. Don't think there's anything in there currently, but definitely more room to keep tame safe, or just extra storage, crafting, whatever you need. And yeah, looking very nice, and very nice little starter base with some awesome color hues. There we go. That was it for today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I hope to see you again in the next video or stream. For now, goodbye.